So today's video is an update on the Taiwanese Semiconductor, the land around the community, and where are all of these buyers purchasing their homes that are going to be working there at the Taiwanese Semiconductor. Stay tuned for today's video. We'll be right back and we're going to answer those questions for you. Hi, I'm Kelly Norton, your AZ Realty lady at eXp Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly Norton. I'm the AZ Realty lady, the owner of the Arizona Living Group, an associate broker at eXp Realty, and a Valley native and real estate agent of over 24 years, right here in the Valley. So guys, today's video is about the Taiwanese Semiconductor and just giving you a little bit of an update of what's happening, where are these buyers purchasing, what communities are a good investment for you, and what is happening with the land around it. So let's talk a little bit about the Taiwan Semiconductor. This is located off of the I-17 and the 303 area. So if you're going down the I-17 and you look towards the west, so if you're heading north and you look towards the west, you're going to see this big building, and as you're going down the 303, you're going to really start to see it on your right hand side. So the TSMC is creating the little processors, the little chips for Intel and for a ton of different products that you use every day. So they're going to also have the Amcor facility that's in Peoria over by Vistancia and Trilogy at Vistancia, and that's proposed, and I think there's a little bit of kickback going on there because of the height of how that building is going to be and what it may produce, but that is going to potentially produce the packaging for these processors, these chips that TSMC is building. So this whole northwest corridor of the Valley has really been booming for about 5 to 10 years anyhow. But it really is now, with knowing that all of these jobs are happening, a lot of the land right around the Taiwanese Semiconductor is being scooped up by builders. So there was a $56 million 300-acre purchase by 3 home builders right around Taiwanese Semiconductor in December of 2024. So right at the end of the year, they bought a bunch of land there. Well, these are home builders, so we know there's houses are going to go in there. So these home builders are Shea Homes, Lennar, and Toll Brothers. So if they continue with the projects that they have planned, there's going to be a lot of homes being built right there next to Taiwanese Semiconductor. The next closest community would be right across the I-17, the Sonoran Commons, the Norterra area, Union Park at Norterra. And then as you head down the 303 and you head a little bit west, you have that entire Vistancia area, North Point. North Point, the Beezer Home Communities, has a lot of the employees that work there at Taiwanese Semiconductor. These are affordable homes. They're in that 5 to 600. They go a little more than that depending on the size of home, but you can pick up a home in that 5 to 600,000 range. And these are brand new builds, and they have a community center with a community pool. So that's North Point. Then if you were to exit off of Lake Pleasant and you pass the beautiful Paloma Park, and you head towards the south, you're going to have that whole 4-corner area in North Peoria where you have communities like West Wing Mountain, you have Rock Springs, Alora Vita, which is new construction, and then you also have Sonoran Mountain Ranch, which is tucked up behind the Pyramid Peak on 67th Avenue. And eventually from the 303, the 67th Avenue is going to open up, and they don't have a date on that yet, but eventually that's going to happen, and that's going to make it a lot easier for people traveling from Taiwanese Semiconductor to exit on 67th Avenue instead of going several miles west to get off at Lake Pleasant or Lone Mountain or Happy Valley. So I really predict that when they open up that 67th Avenue corridor, Alora Vita is going to be even more desirable, which I don't know how much more desirable you get. There's mountains all around it, hiking trails, biking trails, and some of the best dining and shopping in North Peoria right around that Alora Vita community. So these are where we're really seeing a lot of these purchases happening for folks that are working at the Taiwanese Semiconductor. Now, a lot of these people are contracted as well. So they're on contracts. Some of them are purchasing during their contract. Some of them are renting during their contract. So, you know, even rentals are doing well in majority of these areas also. Now, if you want to talk about what's the price point kind of around these areas, the majority of the homes are going to be over 500,000, but there are homes that you can get that are in that 400,000 to 500,000 range also for a smaller home, and homes that might be a little bit older or kind of tucked back a little further away in the communities. Now, there also was another really big state trust land purchase that occurred. Now, this is 2,400 acres purchased by the Mac Real Estate Group, and this purchase was for a whopping $56 million. Now, rumor has it that they are going to be building a science and technology park kind of right there around Taiwanese Semiconductor. And that entire 303 corridor has plans for like the next 10 years from the city of Peoria. And I did also hear recently that they did shut down the idea of putting an airport out there. Again, you know, this is deemed reliable information, but it kind of changes now and again. So something that if that's important to you, we definitely want to verify it with the city before you move to an area if that's something that's important. But it was rumored to be somewhere off the 303 near that Lake Pleasant area, Lake Pleasant Drive. So that's the exit Lake Pleasant. And also kind of down by Carefree Highway. So you have, when you're coming down Lake Pleasant and you're heading towards the north, you hit the 303. If you keep on going, you hit Carefree Highway. And then to get to the lake, you would go more to the west. So this whole area is only about a 15-minute drive to the Lake Pleasant, which is great. So you can go to work at Taiwanese Semiconductor, come on home, be 15 minutes from Lake Pleasant. So if this science and technology park mirrors that of the ones that are near Intel and Chandler, it's going to be pretty spectacular. I mean, they really do have a whole area there where there's just a bunch of different buildings, a bunch of different technical companies, and it's almost giving vibes of like mini Silicon Valley. So guys, if this is something that you have more questions about, let me know. But that area in Chandler really boomed. I mean, they put Intel in, brought a lot of really high paying, good jobs to the area, and it is still an area that is high demand right there off of Chandler Boulevard in the 101 in that Chandler location. So they typically bring a lot of restaurants, a lot of shopping, everything really close to make it convenient, and the areas typically blow up and boom. I've watched it happen myself in several of these different communities in the valley. So guys, again, I'm Kelly Norton. If you have any questions about different areas of the valley, you're wondering what might be a good neighborhood for you to move to, please feel free to reach out. And our number is on screen here, and you can call or text or go on the website and hit contact us. But don't forget, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click that little bell. That way you are notified when we put up new videos. And if there's a neighborhood that you want me to film for you, or there's a topic that you want me to discuss, please feel free to go ahead and put that in the comments here. And I'm curious, are you yourself a Taiwanese Semiconductor employee? I would love to hear your feedback and any information that you have that I might not have shared in the video. Put it in the comments. Thanks guys, bye-bye.